No longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down, here's Romo. He's got time in the pocket. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Romo. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. Second down following the incompletion.
Here we go, white 18, white, hey.
From the 50, it's Romo. A dump off to Elliott.
Holding offense. A penalty is declined.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Throwing on 3rd down. Romo. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Brandon Flowers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll run with Langford to begin the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Holding offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding.
Gone!
After the penalty, it's Langford. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. This is Jeremy Langford's 20th carry. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Here's Hoyer. Trying to lay one up deep. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The 30. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 83 yards. And the Bears will extend their lead. So it was 4th down. They go deep to try to pick up the first. They pick up more than that. They pick up a score.
I'm not even sure the analytics guys would think that was a good gamble. 4th down there, going for it. but they pressed the issue. And not only did they complete the pass downfield, how about the run after catch that ends up culminating in a touchdown? That's a huge play.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Here's Romo now on second down. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Flowers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Here's Langford, and for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. They come out here in the eye. Running right, this is Langford. Room here to run.
Whoosh. Boom.
Still fighting through tackles. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Here we go now.
Now it's Langford. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Langford gets it running left. Bulldozes past him. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. 3rd down now following the run. They'll run. It's Rodgers. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th.
everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Fasten your seatbelts.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, it's Week 4. And we've got what should be a great one here between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. They'll come out in the pistol. And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd.
False start, offense. Still first down.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. The second-year man from Nebraska. It's Amir Abdullah. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 11, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
But when your first NFL carry is a 36-yard touchdown run with a really nifty move to get into the end zone, people expect big things out of you. And Amir Abdullah, they're waiting for him to fulfill that promise.
Yeah, had the shoulder surgery in January, but really expected to be the man this year in Detroit. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
After watching that play and result, I go back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator, Brandon, before the game and said, how are you going to move the ball running it against the #1 defense? He gave us no indication, didn't tip his hand at all, so we have to see how this unfolds as this game moves along.
This is taken around the 12. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Hoyer. It's caught by Royal. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it. They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Now Hoyer. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs. And they thought they could exploit this defense with some really quick hitters, quick action. They worked on that in practice. We just saw it there.
And we saw them break it down to the fundamentals as well. Each position group had their own little work on it. You know, they worked on a drill here with the receivers, a drill there with the quarterbacks. Then they brought it all together, and now it's paying off in the game. Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On 2nd down, Langford. They find some open field here. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. They toss to Langford. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Langford. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The catch made by Miller. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. Still third down.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. On the right side, this is Miller. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Tackle made by Ziggy Ansah.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's Hoyer. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. And this seemingly endless drive continues.
This offense is in rhythm now, just accumulating first downs and moving the ball downfield.
From the 4-yard line, it's 1st and goal now. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. 2nd and goal as the offense looks to... And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jeremy Langford, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are in for 6.
We got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
Means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people and power his way forward.
Here's Tate to return. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Connects it to Roberts, right side. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. This is screen to Abdullah. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And it's complete to the tight end Pettigrew. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. He's had great protection back there to throw, really been able to survey from the pocket.
That means the jersey stays clean, so the dry cleaning bill, that's reduced. It also means the trainer doesn't have to deal with him because he's not getting hit. Also means that he's able to find targets downfield at his leisure. That allows him to be really accurate.
A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
It's a gain of 5 on the play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. Now Hoyer. They go screenplay to Langford. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards on the pickup there. And the Bears are going to get a first. Fresh set of downs here.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way. In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Dumps it into the flat to Langford. And down inside the 15 he goes. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. We always talk about how having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and get...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Jaquiz Rodgers, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This will be fielded at the 6. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And that is incomplete here. Amir Abdullah, the intended target. And it's 3rd and short. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And it's 4th down.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
Oh, the Bears break through, and they block it. Now they can run with it. Picked up inside the 35. So much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
It's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes see the ball go back behind you.
No.
However form, whether it's over your head or to the side, never good. Now it becomes a race to get to the football so they don't pick it up and take it all the way.
They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. Hoyer. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina...
All right, hang on here. We'll jump over halftime. Just let the system and graphics catch up. Okay, all set. 3rd quarter now. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. Here's Hoyer. Royal making the catch over the middle. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work.
Now a toss right to Langford. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw, and he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He completes it right side away. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Lions will take over. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Again, we'll see the pistol here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this run.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. 3rd and 4. From the 50, it's Stafford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Onto the field now come the Bears. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And they're just a couple of yards shy of a 1st down here on 3rd down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Now Hoyer. It's caught. Eddie Royal. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that could be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to roam now. 13 yards there on the pickup, and it'll be 1st down Bears.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Langford again, busy man this afternoon. And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Right. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. On the right side, this is Miller. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work.
I remember being taught that cliches have become so for a reason. A lot of times they're true, right? What's that they used to tell us about letting sleeping dogs lie? Well, this one wasn't sleeping. Maybe it was just slumbering a little bit. But taking that gamble there, you've got the lead. You may have ignited them now. They stopped you.
That's exactly right. If you take the points here, you don't shift momentum necessarily on that play. You probably just did. It's a gain of 20 that time. And the Lions are going to have a first.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On first down at Stafford. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there, and I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. Now a play fake here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. He juked him, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Defense. The penalty is declined.
Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Sean Robinson, the rookie from Alabama. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Hoyer. Completion left side to Miller. Fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. He finds Roberts, complete. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
Too quick to the trigger that time. Neutral zone infraction, and that'll cost him 5 yards. Again, it's Stafford. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd down to the offense needing 5 yards. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing again at Stafford. Finds Roberts left side. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
They run. Abdullah. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Throwing a Stafford. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job 1. Now they have to convert. And then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard and the time left on the clock, as you noted? So many things to go through.
So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Lions defense gearing up as they take the field. They do have all 3 timeouts remaining, but a 1st down likely ends this thing.
And it looks like they are, to coin a phrase, on the defensive here, right?
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready.
Watch left, watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left. No. Detroit! Here we go now.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd.
Watch it now, Barney.
A handoff, Jeremy Langford. And he'll be limited. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. Getting set to go again, Matthew Stafford trots back onto the field. And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all. And that's exactly what he's done. Love seeing that happen simply because you know a guy has struggled, and now he's found a way to make things better. That's pretty good stuff right there.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on third.
Could play an exotic coverage.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great. But
now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. This is Langford. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
On the counter, Langford. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now a handoff. It's Langford. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, it's official. You guys are moving after this season. I speak on behalf of all of the fans here. Why do you assume that city is any better than this one? Well, it's official. You guys are moving after this season. I speak on behalf of all of the fans here. Why do you assume that city is any better than this one?